What if I told you that the reason you're always wondering where did all my money go isn't because you don't make enough fits, because your money doesn't have a job? I'm talking about zero-based budgeting, and it's about to change everything you think you know about managing money. This isn't some complicated financial theory from Wall Street. This is a simple system that works whether you're making $30,000 or $300,000 a year. Here's the brutal truth. Most people treat their money like teenagers on summer break. No structure. No purpose, just wandering around hoping things work out. Then they act surprised when their bank account looks like a crime scene at the end of the month. But what if every single dollar that came into your life had a clear, specific mission? What if your money worked as hard for you as you worked for it? That's exactly what zero-based budgeting does. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why financial experts call it the most powerful budgeting method ever created. I've been using this system for over 2 years now, and I've watched it transform not just my bank account, but my entire relationship with money. We're talking about going from financial anxiety to financial confidence, from wondering where your money went to telling it exactly where to go. So stick around, because I'm about to break down exactly how this works, why it's so effective, and most importantly, how you can start using it today even if you've never successfully stuck to a budget in your life. The core concept, here's how it works. Every dollar you earn gets a job. Nothing is left unassigned. Let's say you make $2,000 this month. In a zero-based budget, you don't just say, I'll figure it out as I go. Instead, you assign every dollar to a category. $800 for rent, $400 for groceries, $200 for savings, $150 for bills, $100 for fun money, and so on. By the end, every single dollar has a purpose. That's why it's called zero-based, because your income minus your spending equals zero. Nothing is floating around unplanned. But let me be crystal clear about what this zero means. It doesn't mean you have $0 left in your bank account. That would be terrifying. It means you have $0 without a designated purpose. Every single dollar knows exactly what it's supposed to accomplish. Think about it this way. If you were running a business, would you let employees just wander around the office without specific tasks? Would you pay people to figure it out as they go? Absolutely not. You'd give each person clear responsibilities and hold them accountable for results. That's exactly what we're doing with your money. Each dollar becomes an employee with a specific job description. Some dollars work in the housing department, others in food services, some in future security. That's savings. And yes, some get to work in the fun and entertainment division. I started doing this last year. My first month, opening, I realized I was spending $50 a week on snacks I didn't even enjoy. $30 a month on streaming services I forgot I had. Suddenly, my money had direction. But here's what really blew my mind. When I gave my money specific jobs, it started performing better. That $200 I assigned to savings, it actually made it to my savings account, because it had clear marching orders. Before, when I just said I'll save whatever's left over, guess what was left over? Nothing. Ever. The traditional budgeting approach is like being a manager who says, just do your best and we'll see what happens. Zero-based budgeting is like being a manager who says, here's exactly what I need you to accomplish. Here are the resources to do it. Now go make it happen. And the beauty is in the simplicity. You don't need fancy software, complicated formulas, or a finance degree. You just need to be willing to have an honest conversation with your money about what you need it to do. Practical implementation steps. Here's how to get started. And I'm going to walk you through this step by step because the execution is everything. Step 1. Track every dollar coming in. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even pen and paper. Just know exactly how much you make. And I mean everything your regular paycheck. Side hustle money, the $20 your aunt gave you for your birthday. If it's income, it needs to be counted. Don't just look at your gross pay either. Look at what actually hits your bank account after taxes, insurance, and all those other deductions. Step 2. List all your expenses and, a lot of them. Fixed bills like rent, insurance, phone, variable spending like groceries, gas, entertainment, savings goals, both short-term and long-term. emergency fund contributions. And yes, fun money too. Here's where most people mess up. They only think about the big, obvious expenses, but it's the small stuff that kills budgets. That's $4.99 app subscription, the $12 you spend on coffee twice a week, the $25 monthly donation you set up 3 years ago and forgot about. Everything needs to be on this list. Spend a full week tracking every single penny that leaves your account. Every purchase, every automatic deduction, every tip you leave at a restaurant. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. You can't assign jobs to money if you don't know what jobs need doing. Step 3. Assign every dollar a specific job, not a vague goal like save money or spend less on food. Actual, specific numbers. $347 for groceries, $154 gas, $75 for entertainment, $200 for emergency fund. This is where the magic happens. When you write down $75 for entertainment, that money now has boundaries. It knows its limits. When you're standing in Target looking at something you don't really need, your entertainment dollars can speak up and say, "Hey, I've got $23 left for the rest of the month. Are you sure about this?" Step 4. Adjust weekly, not monthly. Weekly. At the end of each week, check your spending against your assignments. Did your grocery dollars overspend? Did your gas money come in under budget? This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness and adjustment. If you overspent in one category, you need to find those dollars somewhere else. Maybe your entertainment budget has extra money this week, or maybe you are under budget on utilities. The key is that every dollar still needs a job, even when you're making changes. Step 5. Be ruthlessly honest about your priorities. If you assign $200 to dining out, but only $50 to savings, your budget is telling you exactly what you value most. Sometimes seeing your priorities in black and white is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Here's the magic. When your money has a job, you stop wasting it. You stop wondering, where did it go? You stop impulse buying because your budget already knows the answer. That dollar belongs to rent, groceries, or savings, not that latte you don't even enjoy. And the best part, this works for any income. Low, medium, high you. Just scale it. $2,000 or $5,000. The principle is the same. Every dollar gets a purpose. I've seen people making $35,000 a year build impressive emergency funds using this method. And I've seen people making 6 figures finally get control of their spending for the first time. The income level doesn't matter. The intentionality does. Why this system works so well. Think of your money like employees in a company. If you don't assign them tasks, they wander around, get distracted, and produce nothing. That's what happens when you don't budget. The zero-based budget is like giving each employee a clear task list. Every dollar knows exactly what it's supposed to do. No confusion. No wasted effort. But let's dig deeper into the psychology of why this works so incredibly well. Because understanding the why will help you stick with it when it gets challenging. First, it eliminates decision fatigue. You know that feeling when you're standing in a store, holding something you want, trying to decide if you can afford it. That mental back and forth is exhausting. With zero-based budgeting, the decision is already made. Your entertainment dollars either have room for this purchase or they don't. The math decides, not your emotions. Second, it creates accountability without shame. Traditional budgets often make you feel guilty when you mess up. But with zero-based budgeting, there's no such thing as messing up. There's only reality. If you spent your grocery money on takeout, you didn't fail morally. You just need to reassign some dollars to cover groceries for the rest of the month. Third, it makes saving automatic instead of accidental. Most people save whatever happens to be left over at the end of the month. But when was the last time anything good happened by accident? When you assign dollars to savings first, saving stops being something you hope to do and becomes something you actually do. Fourth, it reveals your true spending patterns. You might think you're a person who values savings, but if your budget shows $500 for shopping and $25 for savings, well, your money is telling you a different story about your actual priorities. People who use zero-based budgeting consistently save more, reduce debt faster, and feel calmer about money. Studies show that people who assign specific purposes to their money are 42% more likely to achieve their financial goals. That's not a small difference. That's life-changing. It's not complicated, it's intentional. And in a world where bills, subscriptions, and random purchases eat up your paycheck, intentionality is everything. The reason most budgets fail isn't because people lack willpower. It's because traditional budgets are built on hope instead of systems. They hope you'll spend less, hope you'll save more, hope you'll make better choices. Zero-based budgeting replaces hope with structure. When every dollar has a job, your money starts working as hard as you do. And when your money is working that hard, your financial goals stop being dreams and start being inevitable outcomes. So here's your challenge. And I want you to actually do this, not just think about doing it, but actually commit to action. Take this month's income, grab a spreadsheet, and assign every dollar a job. Don't leave a single one unassigned. I don't care if you're starting with your next paycheck, your tax refund, or even just $100 in your checking account. The amount doesn't matter. What matters is that you practice giving money specific assignments and then following through. Even if you're starting small, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, this works. I've seen people transform their financial lives starting with part-time income. I've seen college students build emergency funds. I've seen families pay off debt twice as fast. The principles scale perfectly, and I promise you'll be shocked at how much control you feel once your money finally has direction. It's like the difference between driving with GPS versus wandering around hoping you'll find your destination. Both might eventually get you there, but one is going to be a lot less stressful and a lot more successful. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too rigid. What about spontaneity? What about flexibility? Here's the truth. You can be spontaneous with money that has permission to be spontaneous. That's what your entertainment dollars are for. But you can't be spontaneous with rent money or grocery money without creating chaos. Real financial freedom is UNT, the ability to spend money on anything you want it. That's the confidence that comes from knowing your money is doing exactly what you need it to do. Zero-based budgeting gives you both control and freedom, but you get the control first. Here's what I want you to do right now. Before you close this video, open up whatever tool you're going to use, a spreadsheet, an app, even a piece of paper. Write down your next month's income at the top. Then start listing categories: rent, utilities, food, savings. Keep going until every dollar has been assigned. It might take you 20 minutes. It might take you an hour, but I guarantee you it'll be the most important hour you spend this month. Drop a comment below and let me know. Are you brave enough to try a zero-based budget this month? Or do you think it's too strict? I want to hear your thoughts, your concerns, and your success stories. And if you're worried about being too strict with money, remember this. Being strict with your money for 30 days is a lot easier than being broke for 30 years. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Subscribe for more practical frugal living tips. And share it with a friend who keeps asking, where did all my money go? Because here's the thing. Your dollars deserve a job, and this is exactly how you give them one. Your future self will thank you. Your stress levels will thank you. And your bank account. Well, your bank account is going to thank you most of all. Stop hoping your money will behave better. Start telling it exactly how to behave. That's the power of zero-based budgeting. And that's how you finally take control of your financial future.